If I were to ask a question like, where were you last weekend? What would you say?
I Pleed The Fifth.
And if I ask you a question like, how many days have you showered? I can't do that. Stop it. Wait, you have to keep the straight face. So, if I were to ask a question like, where were you last weekend? What would you say?
I Pleed The Fifth.
And if I ask like, what days of the month do you get your period? What would you say?
No.
I have to. If I were to ask you a question like, what were you doing last weekend? What would you say?
I Pleed The Fifth.
If I asked, what days of the month do you get your period? What would you say?
I Pleed The Fifth.
Did you know that in the year 1940... Yes? Yes? Yes. Okay. Bye-bye. Please. Okay, ready? You gotta like... I need it, we can go to a table. This will be our table. Alright. If I said what table... Let's just see if we're getting ourselves in. Oh, it's too cold. I have to bring it. Question for my MTV. So if I were to ask you a question like, what were you doing last weekend? What would you say?
I Pleed The Fifth.
Okay. And if I asked a question like, what days of the week do you get your period? What would you say?
I Pleed The Fifth.
Did you know that in the year 1941, wrong.
Rita!
Dang it. So if I asked a question like, what days of the week do you...
No, I've already heard my voice before it started, so we started that.
Okay. Take one. Brought to you by MTV. Hello? Yeah? Nothing? Huh? No, I'm at Devaney's. But I'm leaving in a little bit. Yeah. So can I call you back then? Yeah. Like 20 minutes? Huh? Like by Pleasant Prairie? Okay. Okay. Well, I can probably pick you up then. Okay, bye.
What was that?
Take two.
Who was that?
Amanda. Take two. So if I were to ask you a question like, what were you doing last weekend? What would you say?
I Pleed The Fifth.
And if I ask a question like, what days of the week do you get your period? What would you say?
I Pleed The Fifth.
Did you know that in the year 1941, a man pleaded 39 times? Take three. Take four. So if I were to ask a question like, where were you last weekend? What would you say?
I Pleed The Fifth.
Okay, good one. And if I ask a question like, take five. Did you? Take six. If I were to seven. If I like, what were you doing last weekend? What would you say?
I plead the fifth.
Good one. If I ask a question like, what days of the week do you get your period? What would you say?
I plead the fifth.
Did you know that in the year 1941, a man pleaded 39 times about having sexual intercourse with a donkey?
Is that really true?
I plead the fifth. Brought to you in part by Rachel and Bethany. The pad. Take 8.
So tell your little best friend not to fuck with me, because she didn't put your comment like that again, I swear. What did you say?
At 1 a while ago? Yeah, this is taken. Take 9. Take 9. If I were to ask a question like, what were you doing last weekend? What would you say? I plead the fifth. Good one. Great attitude. And if I ask a question like, what day of the month do you get your period? What would you say? I plead the fifth. That's great. And did you know that in the year 1941, a man pleaded 39 times about having sexual intercourse with a donkey? Is that really true? I plead the fifth. Brought to you in part by?
I'm not in that, Rachel. No, I'm not paying.
Bethany and Rachel. That's one maker. Take 10. Take 10. So, if I ask a question like, what were you doing last weekend? What would you say? I plead the fifth. Great vibe. And if I ask a question like, what day of the week do you get your period? What would you say? I plead the fifth. And did you know that in the year 1941, a man pleaded 39 times about having sexual intercourse with a donkey?
Is that really true?
I plead the fifth. Brought to you in part by
Rachel and Bethany.
Bethany and Rachel. Take 11.
Let's say.
So if I were to ask a question like, what were you doing last weekend? What would you say? I plead the fifth. If I ask a question like, what days of the month? You get confused. Why don't we get this? Take 12. Nice to meet you. My name is Mrs. Rachel Ling. I'm in company with the MTV Specializer.
Well, my name's Bethany, and I'd like to
know how to plead.
Yeah.
This is how you learn how to plead the fifth. So if I were to ask a question like, what were you doing last weekend? What would you say? I plead the fifth? Yes. Great. I love that. Okay, and if I asked a question like, what days in the month do you get your period? What would you say? I plead the fifth. Great. And did you know that a man in 1941 pleaded 39 times about having sexual intercourse with a donkey? Is that really true? I plead the fifth. And that's how you plead the fifth. Brought to you in part by
Rachel and Bethany.
Bethany and Rachel. Bye.